Let's get it. Let's get down to business, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Fresh and Funky Show. I am your motherfucking host, DJ, MC, whatever you want to call it. We're here with another day. Talk sports here. Obviously, World Series Game 4 here. Phillies handled their business in the city of brotherly love, blanking the Astros 7-0 last night. We had NBA last night. NBA, there was a lot of good games. We only had four to speak of last night here. The Miami Heat outlasted the Golden State Warriors. The Orlando Magic couldn't keep pace with the Thunder. The Chicago Bulls beat the Steve Nashless Nets, and the Phoenix Suns beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. We had some games on the ice. We had quite a few overtime games here. The Vegas Knights came back and beat the Capitals. The Sharks lost to the once former Mighty Ducks, and somebody else also lost in overtime as well. So yeah, and then college football, we had some action. Our pick +7 with the Ball State Cardinals on the road. They took down Kent State 27-20, and the Ohio Bobcats. Well, the Bobcats they basically they scared and ate the Bulls' ass last night. Basically, it was like a 40. I think it was 49-25. I want to say it was like a 20. It was like something like a 21 point victory. So we got some more action tonight here. Some teams. These are probably the lowly teams of the action. Which if you don't know what I'm talking about, it is the Mid American Conference here, mostly in obviously Ohio, Michigan, Illinois, Indiana area. But you also got Buffalo. They're from New York, so lots of teams blended in the action as far as football. We had some trades go down. Obviously, I didn't get to the Bradley Chubb getting traded to the Dolphins, and the Dolphins picked up once again another 49er running back, Jeff Wilson Jr. After the Niners picked up Christian McCaffrey in the trade, Jeff Wilson Jr. just kind of was like left out in the cold. So now, guess what? Mike McDaniels, says, you know what? We got a spot for you because you know what? We traded Chase Edmonds to the Denver Broncos. So there was a lot of, moving and shaking of running backs, but I won't say there was any blockbuster trades, to say the least. Like, oh man, this was a big blockbuster trade that, nobody saw coming. A lot. So we'll talk about more of it as far as when we get to fantasy, about which teams are gonna, which teams did these moves actually help them get better this season or better for next year, or is it just and they're just trying to make a move because they just needed to make a move. So we're gonna have that segment later on here. But first and foremost, we're gonna have to say RIP to our parlays here last night. It was not so good night for the parlays. Let's just say that here. So let's go over the parlays as we will right now. All right. So we had Ball State +7, so they had to either outright win, or if they lost, they had to lose by 7 or less. Well, Ball State won by 7, so they covered the -110. Bobcats of Ohio on the money line, we had +115. So, we got a dub there. They easily won. The Warriors, money line -102. The Warriors, it wasn't like the Warriors just laid down, but this is the Warriors' third game on the road trip they lost. They lost to the Hornets, they lost to the Pistons, and now they lost to the Miami Heat. But no fear, another Cali team is coming in to rear their heads in against the Miami Heat tonight, and that will be the Sacramento Kings. And I will give you my play on that game later on. I just wanted to tease that one right there. We had the under 232 points between the Chicago Bulls and the Nets. The Bulls outright beat the Nets last night. I mean, the Nets have not been playing well at all here. Oh, I don't know what the hell that is. Ugh. Something with my mouth was nasty. I had to get out. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, Kevin Durant came out and had 14 points in the first. I mean, they were doing good, but Zach LaVine basically outballed the whole team of the Nets. Zach LaVine outscored the Brooklyn Nets as a whole collective team in the fourth quarter by himself. So, that's why we got the Chicago Bulls, baby. We got the Bulls beanie on today, repping for our Bulls. We got the Bulls hat. I don't got my Bulls jersey because one of the last Bulls jerseys I had, the, the motherfucker gets traded, Derrick Rose and shit. So I was like, fuck that. I ain't buying no more goddamn jerseys unless I buy a jersey with my goddamn name on the back or just I put a fucking number in the back and whoever, that's just what it's going to be. Because I'm tired of buying. I mean, as a kid, that's what I got pissed off about. Like, I'm buying jerseys as a fan, but these motherfuckers get traded. So it's like, why? How am I gonna still be able to rep this fucking jersey and wear it? I mean, I know. So I've seen people in the crowds, they still wear that shit. They wear motherfuckers that ain't even part of the team anymore, just old jerseys. But still, I mean, come on now. You gotta do that. You might as well get a custom jersey. So. And then we took Orlando Magic on the money line plus 125. I thought Orlando Magic had a good shot here, but Josh Giddey, he actually did play, so that was awesome for me fantasy wise. But I took Shy, man, Shy Gillies-Alexander, man. I'm telling you, he balled out. Oh man, I got some shit in my shit. So the Orlando Magic, so that was the second L in the parlay. We picked the Chicago Blackhawks money line plus 162. They unfortunately lost 3-1 to the Islanders, which is not surprising. The Islanders are a much improved team this year. You're definitely going to see them in the playoffs this year. I believe in the this year's NHL hockey. Like I said, I don't. I'm not no fucking guru. I'm not somebody. I'm just somebody that looks at teams, looks at the way just kind of like, okay, seems to actually look pretty good. They cover a lot. They seem to play well despite no matter their stars are in or just whatever. They're a functioning ass machine. And then we took the under 7.5 runs in between the Astros and Phillies. Phillies scored 7 by themselves, so we covered there minus 105. So we went 4-3 as far as our bet. So it wasn't bad. Better than we did this weekend. I'll tell you that. This weekend it was pretty bad. Whether it was the NFL, whether it was the college football, it was bad business for betting, at least for me. This weekend, I'm looking forward to this weekend. We got a big time matchup here in college football. It's gonna be. I mean, shit. I mean, college football playoff rankings came out, and guess what? Tennessee's number one, Ohio State number two. And then you got Tennessee, Ohio State, Georgia, and Clemson. Which Clemson, I don't know. I don't know if I'd like to put Clemson in there. I'd like to put Michigan above Clemson if I can. And I don't know, I mean, I understand that, Clemson barely escaped against Wake Forest. Should have lost that game, in my opinion. Um, they were getting beat down against Syracuse, but Syracuse hasn't been the same team. Syracuse got beat down by Notre Dame, and that's who so happens that's so happens to be who Clemson's got to play this week. So I mean, and then NC State. I mean, but people would say, well, who has Michigan really faced so far in the season that's been really tough? Well, they beat Penn State. They still got to beat last game of the season, and as long as them and Ohio State end the season perfect here, I think both of those teams have a shot at you know especially with Tennessee and Georgia playing each other early on, and obviously this Saturday in between the hedges in Georgia, Tennessee will have to come and play. So, all right, so we got our multi-sport done. We were 4-3, so like I said, we did better than we did in the weekend, so we can't be pissed off. So I mean, we just got to try better. We got to get better. We got to just zoom in on the games. We did a call. I did a college football and I did a World Series player parlay, and this is how it went. Carson Steele to have under 114 and a half rushing yards. That did not cash. He almost had 200 yards rushing. Colin Shalee to throw over 209 yards. He only had 183 yards, so that wasn't good. Ron Cook Jr. to rush over 74.5 yards. He only had 4 yards. And Miles Cross to have over 39.5 yards receiving. He only had 18. And Bryson Stout, he went 0 for 3. All he did needed to get a hit, so that didn't cash. So all them lost for me there. And then last but not least, we had our NBA one. The NBA one did not cash for us. Jordan Poole to have over 2.5 3-pointers. L. Paulo Branchero to have under 34.5 points, rebounds, and assists. That was a W. Shai Gillingsley Alexander to have over 1.5 3-pointers. That was an L. Carl Anthony Towns to score over 22.5 points. He scored, I think he scored 26, if I'm not mistaken. And Jock Landale to have a block, and he did have a block in the game for the Phoenix Suns. So we went 3-2 here. So yeah, had we taken under in one of these guys' props, I probably should have done it in Jordan Poole's case. Well, I should have done it in both of their guys' case, knowing that they both, what I should have did was done Shai's points, and I should have just did Jordan Poole's under, and I would have probably cashed 5. But shoulda, coulda, woulda. Can't go back in time. Can't change things. Got to move on. Got to move on to today. We got a lot of good player props today, so we're gonna look at that here a little bit later. But we're gonna dive into today's card here. So let's start it off right, shall we? We're gonna start off with the World Series game, Game 4 today. All right, we got Christian Javier on the mound. We have, you're going to call him Javier Christian Javier, however you want to say it, however you want to spit it. The Astros are putting him on the mound against Aaron Nola. Phillies are leading the series now 2-1 after basically putting the beat downs to Philly. Now Philly's actually the favorite now here at home now. So now Philly's minus 1.5 is plus 182. And, the Astros to cover the 1.5 is minus 227. Obviously, the Astros are the favorites here, minus 105 on the money line. Phillies, if you're taking them on the money line, minus 114. And we have an over-under of 7.5 runs here. So, gonna be a good game here today. I think, the Phillies put up a lot of runs. They hit 5 home runs yesterday. Bryce Harper, Alec Baum, what's his name? I think Rice Hoskins hit 2 home runs, I believe. Or no, Schwarber, I think Schwarber hit 1. Schwarber hit 1. Rice Hoskins, Alec Baum, Bryce Harper. Yeah, needless to say, the Phillies hit 5 home runs, and basically the Astros really couldn't amount anything yesterday. So, gonna be an interesting game tonight. I definitely see the Astros coming back this game here. So, we'll see here. I'm not giving out my pick yet. I'm just gonna try to break down all the games, and then we'll go into our breakdowns and our plays. We got to get into them a little bit earlier today because NBA game. We have the Wizards and the Philadelphia 76ers are playing at 3 o'clock today. So we got the 76ers are favored to win by 6.5. So if you're taking that, they gotta win by 7. Or if you think the Wizards can win by cover and maybe lose by less than 6, then you take the plus 6. Or if you think the Wizards can straight outright beat, the Wizards did lose to the 76ers here, but I think Embiid will be playing tonight, if I'm not mistaken. So, and the over-under is 218.5. So, then we got Atlanta Hawks versus New York Knicks. This was not last year playoff matchup, but the year before that here. So, obviously the Hawks kind of struggle on the road here, but I don't know. They really played well against the Knicks. honestly, especially Trey. And now Trey's got himself a tag team partner or partner in crime, DeJounte Murray. Obviously, he's always had John Collins and Clint Capella, and now But they might be without one of their centers here, so could be a game where if foul trouble hurts the front court here for the Atlanta Hawks, but we'll see. The Knicks are favored to win by 2.5. Atlanta is plus 112 on the money line. The Atlanta Hawks and the Knicks over under tonight 233.5. So interesting number there. Interesting number indeed. We have the Boston Celtics and the Cleveland Cavaliers. We saw the Boston Celtics were beating the Cavaliers, but the Cavaliers ended up beating them. So now does the Celtics get a little bit of revenge here in Cleveland tonight? A lot of these games, some of these teams have played each other within the week. Either a game apart, two game, two. So these teams are familiar with each other to see if there's a different outcome than what the first one. Obviously, it's what they call the home and home series. One team plays at home, then they have a day off, and then they go play in the other team's home. So there you go. Self-explanatory, right? These Celtics are minus 1.5 here so they got to win by 2 if you're taking them here, or if you think the Cavaliers got it. I mean, the Cavaliers have been playing pretty well, I'd say, to start the season here. Getting Donovan Mitchell, having Karis LeVert, having Jared Allen, obviously having Evan Mobley, having Kevin Love, having some of these other guys. Cedi Osman is coming off the bench playing well here. You got what's his name? It was a Dean. I want to say Dean Wade here the other night. He had a monster game. So you know, plus you still got Darius Garland. He's been a little banged up, but he's coming back. So definitely going to be a good game here tonight here in Cleveland. Here, I definitely like this game here. Definitely will be betting this game. That is for sure. So the Cavs are plus 102 at home. The over/under is 220.5. So that's an interesting number here. I kind of think it might go over here. Because both teams are definitely competitive. That is for sure. Definitely both teams have solid rosters of solid players. So we're going to see. Next game on the slate, we got the Sacramento Kings and the Miami Heat. Heat coming in here off a big victory last night against the Warriors. It's a back-to-back. They're welcoming the Kings here. So they're favored to win by 6.5. So if you're taking the Heat tonight on the spread line here, they got to win by 7. Or if you think Sacramento can cover that, 6.5. Or you think Sacramento can outright win, take Sacramento plus 196. And the over/under is 221. So the Warriors and the Heat went 225. So I could see this definitely being somewhat of a scoring game here. The Kings are playing very well right now, and it's going to be made to see how they play on the road though. I mean, sometimes some teams they play tough on the road, they play hard, but maybe they don't win, but they play tough and they cover. you know, and that's the thing you got to look for too. Sometimes you got to look for the some of the teams that aren't the most shiniest, beautiful thing in the room, but you can make a little bit of money, and you could hey, it's not like that that option is not a beautiful option either. All right, another game here. We got the Clippers versus the Rockets here. This time they're in Houston. The Clippers won by a game-winning shot by Paul George. So, obviously, Clippers are favored here to win by 5.5 points here. So, no Kawhi Leonard for the next couple of games because he seemed to have kind of re-aggravated his surgically repaired knee that was obviously that kept him out for the season. So. Hopefully he'll get back to being 100% to be out there with Paul George, but I don't, still the beginning of the season here, so I mean I think they need to get Paul George and Kawhi Leonard healthy for the Clippers to make a serious run this year. Just my opinion. But the Rockets are plus 183 tonight at home here. Obviously, sad hearts are still in Houston over the loss of the rapper Takeoff, obviously, most people already know. He was shot. He was shot during a dice game at a bowling alley in a Houston area. I don't know. I'm not a reporter. I'm not going to go into allegations. I'm not going to accuse anybody. I'm just going to say it's a tragedy, and we'll just leave it at that. The Houston Rockets over under in over under the Clippers here 223. And the Rockets are getting better. They're getting better as a young team. They got some young pieces, and if they could get some a couple of veterans and some other more young pieces, I think the Rockets could be a good team here in the next few years. At least starting this year and improving into next year, kind of being like the Pelicans, or how the Grizzlies did it, and the Thunder is playing well as well here. People aren't giving the Thunder enough credit as well. So moving on, we got the Pistons and the Bucks. So the Milwaukee Bucks here are playing the Pistons once again. Pistons did cover last time. They did cover. I believe it was like 8 points. I believe it was 8 points last time. Now it is 11 and a half here. So, I mean, I don't know. Pistons are another young team that they're willing to fight, and you can find a cover in them here, and 11 and a half tonight. I mean, that's not bad here. That's not bad. I mean, I kind of looking at that. I kind of think that's something I wouldn't mind putting in a parlay. It might, and plus 450, plus 450 if they actually Pistons do win tonight. And 223 and a half is the over under. So interesting game indeed. We got the Charlotte Hornets taking on the Chicago Bulls at the United Center in the Windy City. Bulls got a big victory on the road last night. We are favored to win by 5 tonight against the Hornets. And we have over under 223. So we stayed the under yesterday against the Nets here. Hornets are a little bit different, a different team here. They still are without LaMelo Ball. We're still without Lonzo. I mean, imagine it was going to be Lonzo versus LaMelo, But both Ball brothers are currently injured, and both of their teams are, they're kind of in a not a bad state, but just kind of need to find some rhythm to get some to get some winning basketball going, so maybe they can get. I mean, I believe we're one game under 500. I believe we're 3-4, if I'm not mistaken. The Bulls are. So I'm gonna just say that for the time being until I check the record. And so I like the Bulls tonight. I think then we have the Toronto Raptors and the San Antonio Spurs. Raptors are favored by -7.5. Spurs, though, I mean, Popovich has got these young guys going. Obviously, their first round pick from this year, they had to waive him because of there's allegations going on there that I'm not going to get into. But I'll just say the Spurs are still playing good basketball despite that. So plus 247 if you believe the Spurs can win tonight at home against the Raptors. We have the over under of 224 points. So yeah, we're really cooking on that. We have the Utah Jazz and the Dallas Mavericks. Mavericks are favored by 6 tonight. Utah Jazz have been playing well though here, despite not having Rudy Gobert, despite not having Donovan Mitchell here, and Colin Sexton's kind of come off the bench for some, and so they've been. This is what you would call a team effort here. Utah's playing team basketball here, and so it's led to them having some good success early on. So if you think they can beat the Mavericks tonight here, you take them plus 198. And the over-under is 221 and a half, so that will remain to see there. We have the Memphis Grizzlies and the Portland Trailblazers. The Grizzlies -5 here. Grizzlies have been slumping, but the Trailblazers, obviously, there'll be no Dame Lillard here tonight again, so obviously they're going to be a big time home underdog here. So and over under is 226. And last but not least, we have the Pelicans and the Lakers. Lakers got a big victory last time out here. Now they're going to try to make it 2 in a row here. This time they're playing the Pelicans. They're welcoming the Pelicans into the Crypto Center or crypto.com arena, whatever you want to say it, however you want to place it. But but the Pelicans are -3. So the Lakers are home dogs here. The over-under is 229 points. So we have that there. We also have college football tonight here. We have the Central Michigan Chippewas taking on the Northern Illinois Huskies. Obviously, the Northern Illinois Huskies are -6-point home favorites here over the Central Michigan Chippewas here. Chippewas are +185 on the money line. The over-under is 56.5 points. All right, interesting. The next game we have Western Michigan, the Broncos go into Bowling Green to take on the Falcons. Bowling Green is -4.5 here on the point spread. The Western Michigan Broncos are the underdogs on the money line +168. And we have an over-under of 48 total points here. So obviously obviously I think there's going to be more scoring in the other game. They think this game will be a bit underscored here. Like I said, all four of these teams are kind of under 500. So, but it doesn't mean that it can't be a good matchup or a good football game just because you got two bad teams. All right, then we have NHL. We have the Paris Masters odds. So I guess there'll be some golf tomorrow. All right, we only have two games tonight. We have the Philadelphia Flyers taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Flyers, basically lost 1-0 to the Rangers. So over under 6.5 goals here. That is interesting. We're going to take the Flyers +265 tonight. Then we have the Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the Buffalo Sabres. Well, interesting matchup here. Boston was the other team that ended up beating Pittsburgh here 6-5. So maybe Pittsburgh can get a little revenge on the road against Buffalo at home here. Pittsburgh is favored on the goal line here, and obviously the Sabres are -105 as the money line home underdogs, and we're under 6.5 here. They think this one will be under 6.5 goals, or they want you to take the under 6.5 goals +106, and the Flyers and Maple Leafs, they want you to take the over 6.5 -105. So that being said over here, we're gonna. All right, we got the PGA odds for the Mexico Classic. We got the Paris Masters, and we have the PGA odds for the Mexico Classic. Let's check this out here. I don't know exactly what the Paris is. Oh, Paris. This is tennis. Oh, tennis. Oh, there's already sets going on here. Okay. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about this. See, See, tennis would be like something I would never know about. Like, well, what the hell, man? Like, like to be honest with you, I mean, I would not. I mean, the only person I know on here that I'd bet on would be Novak. Novak Djokovic. That'd be the only guy. I mean, I could take a risk on one of these other guys, but I don't know anything about. Don't know anything. Let's see about the women's. Coco, I think I know. I think I know. I think she is. She's pretty. She's really good. So, like I said, I don't. I don't. Caroline Garcia. I mean, plus 260. I mean, should be somebody to bet on here against Igor Swart. I don't know any names. I wouldn't even. I would be butchering these names. Like, oh my lord. uh, then we got NASCAR. We got the playoffs and playoffs in Martinsville, and then you have Phoenix. We got about 18 more days until the FIFA World Cup here. 18, 19 days here. Then we got the Grey Cup this weekend here. Canadian Football League here. We got college basketball starting up here pretty soon. I believe in the next couple weeks as well. So we got the Champions League here. We got some games on here. We got Chelsea's winning 2-1 right now in the first half. We got AC Milan over FC Salzburg. We got Savelli FC beating right now, leading 1-0 over Manchester City. We have Copenhagen. Copenhagen is losing to Darmot. Darmot here, the German club team here is beating the Danish club team. Then Paris Saint Germain is beating Juventus 1-0 here. We got Maccabi Haifa in Lesbian Benefact. So you got looks like we have an Israeli team versus a Portuguese club team. Both tied 1-1 in the first half. So people think that I won't talk all sports. I'll go into all sports. I'll break it down if I have to. You know, I'm not saying it's my best. I'm not gonna say I'm an expert. So don't come in there asking me like who do I think is gonna win or something. You know, I have no damn fucking clue. You can ask me about World Series. You can ask me college football, NBA, NFL. Hockey. I don't even hockey either. I'm like not even an expert. I would say. Baseball. I'm a little bit better, like I said. And so that being said, here let's get into this. Maybe the breakdown here. Let's see if let's go look at some news and notes here. Let's get NBA here. Terrence Ross is questionable. Joel Embiid is ruled out once again. So do the Wizards lose again? So Darius Garland will be playing tonight. Trey Lyles listed as available, so he'll be playing for the Kings. Dyson Daniels said he will play. Now Herbert Jones is now questionable here, so Victor Oladipo is still sidelined, so he will not be playing. Amari Yurtseven, he's out here. So Tyler Hero's not on the injured list. So Kobe White is listed as questionable. Andre Drummond is listed as questionable. Zach LaVine is listed as questionable now. Christian Wood's now probable here for that Dallas game. Isaiah Roby is officially ruled out now. Kendall Johnson is ruled out. So I don't know. I'll definitely fade the Spurs now. Fade them hard. Fade them hard. Pacers here. Isaiah Jackson here. Isaiah Jackson practices here, so Aaron Naismith unlikely to play Friday. Jeremy, so maybe player prop. Maybe I play. Maybe I take Jeremy Sochan. because he will be playing today. Otto Porter is now listed as probable, so he's going to be playing here for the Raptors. So that looks like so. All right, Drew Holiday here. He is listed as probables. Let's see if we can get any more. Mobamba's trending down, but Bo is trending up. You know, like that. I like that a lot. You know. All right, so now we're gonna bet our games based on what we think here. All right. Let's go with our. We'll start off with the World Series here. I'm gonna take Astros money line tonight here. I'm gonna lean the Astros here tonight. I think maybe tonight, hey, maybe, maybe those guys have checked in that locker room here and said, hey man, we didn't get nothing here, but tonight we got to do something here. We got to get a game here at least, because they still got this game and the next game in Philadelphia that before they go back. And if they lose both these games, then they'll be going home, and they'll be going home with no World Series at hand. So I expect the Astros to fight hard tonight. So it's definitely going to be a much better game than it was last night. All right, so that's my play there. Let's go NBA here. Let's go NBA here. All right. So we got. All right. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, but we will go to NBA here. We got the Philadelphia 76ers and the Wizards here. Obviously, Philadelphia's playing at home here. They played tough last game here. So we're going to be looking at, Embiid again, out for Embiid. Does Philadelphia go off again? I mean, does James Harden have 17 assists again? I mean, does Maxey play well? I mean, it's gonna remain to be seen here tonight. All right, now that Embiid's out again, I kind of like the Wizards here. I mean, I don't mind it. I don't hate it. Like I said, everybody, So I mean, but we'll have to see here. We'll have to see exactly what numbers that we can get here. What's the numbers we're gonna get here with the NBA odds here. Well, the Wizards. The Wizards here. 6 points here. Or do we take the over because there's no Embiid? Maybe there'll be points here. sure both these teams are probably like under teams. Who knows? They both might be over teams. I just gotta let's check my little. Well, Philadelphia, they're 50-50 here. Philadelphia, Brooklyn, Boston, Houston, Indiana, Phoenix, Chicago, Milwaukee, Orlando, Miami. They're all about 50% as far as going over under here. So definitely Washington's a 57% to the under here. So all right. So mm, I'm gonna lean either the +6 or the under 218 right now. That's where my play is here for that game. All right, we got the Hawks and we got the Knicks here. Knicks. And the thing of it is, the Knicks play well at home, but the Hawks have played really well at the. We got 233 and a half points here. Mm, I want to lean the under here, but I mean, because just because the fact that I don't trust either teams. I don't trust because I picked the Hawks on the money line against Toronto, and I mean they were somewhat competitive, but then they just got boat raced in the second half. So, and moving on, we got the Celtics and we have the Cavaliers. Um, Boston's a tough team, man. Boston's a tough team. And last time they took a hard L, but Cleveland's playing tough here. I might have to lean. I'm leaning Cleveland money line right here. Cleveland money line here. I think that's. And then we have Kings, the Sacramento Kings, and we have the Miami Heat. Um, this is a spot. This is a spot I'd love to take the Kings. Um, and I bet on them, and then they capture me. So I might lean Kings, or I like the over 220 here. I think, but I don't. Just the Heat on a back to back here. I don't know. And then next game we have the Clippers. We have Clippers and we have the Rockets here. Um, depending on who's playing and this and that here, I kind of like the over here. I like the over this Rockets and Clippers. I think there's definitely some points to be had on both sides, and just say that both teams definitely love to score and up there here. Uh, Pistons and Bucks here. I want to lean Pistons plus 11 and a half here. I don't know for what reason, but I just feel like Pistons. I mean, they played them tough last time. They didn't lose by very much, and you know I feel like that can happen. But they can also get blown out too. But I don't know. I'm gonna lean that right now. Um, Hornets and Bulls. To me this is gonna be a weird one here. I don't know. And you know, I'm wearing my Bulls and I want to pick them tonight here, but if Zach's questionable, a lot of these other people questionable, I don't know if they're going to be playing or they're just going to sit them because it's a back to back. Some they don't want guys to be hurt so much. They want to try to rest guys early so they can, ramp up the minutes later on. So 222.5 here. Like I said, the Bulls are one of those teams that they can go 50-50. We're actually 4-4 here, and Charlotte's 4-3. So I'm I don't like it, but I'll take the over here. I like the over in this Bulls game. I'm gonna just lean that way right now. And then we have the Raptors and we have the Spurs. 224 points. I'm gonna take the under here. I'm gonna take the under 224 in this Raptors and Spurs. All right, and then we have the Utah Jazz. Utah Jazz and Mavericks here. Jazz have been playing well here. I mean, cannot deny that here. They've been playing really well. But something's telling me lean the 6 with the Mavs tonight here. And then we have the Grizzlies and we have the Trailblazers here. I like the Grizzlies minus the 5. I know, they've killed me the last couple times I bet them. But it's kind of where I'm leaning here. And we got the Pelicans and the Lakers here. I like Pelicans minus the 3 here. Minus the 3 to win by 3. I think that's a generous number there. All right, so let's look there. We had that there. We already put our World Series on there here. All right, college here. We did good last night, so maybe we. All right, so we have. Let's see, against the spread here. Northern Illinois and Central Michigan. I'm gonna see. Bowling Green, they're 42.9% to the cover against the spread. Same thing with Western Michigan, so those two, that game might be a. Ball State against the spread, well, they covered, so I mean, I don't know. It's a little weird. Mm. Oh, Northern Illinois is at 37% against the spread here. So what about Hmm. They don't have their stats, I guess. See, Ohio gets spreads good here. Huh. I didn't see no C Michigan. That's what it would be for Central Michigan. Unless I just passed them. Oh, Central Michigan, yeah, they're 28, so yeah. Yeah, yeah. Against the spread here might not be the move. What about the over unders here? Let's see. Let's see. Damn, the overs here, Bowling Green here. So maybe Bowling Greens with Bowling Greens. 48, maybe we take the over 48 there. Take the over 48 there. And yeah, Northern Illinois is they're to the over here, so that's why they have 56 here. So they're 6-2 here, really. And they're 6-2 to the over here, so looks like the other Central Michigan, yeah, they're to the under here, so but they're playing on the road, so they play any better here. I mean, 56 and a half points. I mean, really on that not a lot of points. So maybe take the overs here, but we'll look at their last games here. Go ESPN here because we got to check our basketball and our fantasy sports here coming up here because we're almost almost an hour to the game time for the Wizards and the 76ers here. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about fantasy sports here just after I make my parlay here. And that's what I say. We'll make my parlay, talk fantasy, then we'll put last thing we'll do is we'll do our player bet parlay here. Like I said, I might not even pick anybody in that first game here. I might just wait here instead of just so all right, let's go to college here. Let's go to college here. All right, gonna be 58 degrees in DeKalb, Illinois, and then they're playing in Bowling Green, Ohio. Northern Illinois is 2-6 here. They're 1-3 in the MAC. So is Central Michigan. So they're both the same record here. Western Michigan's 3-5. They're 2-2. Bowling Green is 4-4, 3-1 in the MAC here. So so yeah, they have 7 here. So let's look at these what they've done the past. All right. So obviously point game here. Northern Illinois puts up 31, but they give up 33 as well. And the Chippewas, they put up 25, but they also give up 29. So they definitely give up points here. And both teams give it up through the air. Both teams kind of, hold the rush in check for the most part here. And yeah, look at that. If you're looking at their last couple games here, Central Michigan lost at home to Bowling Green 34-18. But on the road here, they basically got whacked against Penn State early on, 33-14. They lost at Toledo 38-17. Then they played at home against Ball State and lost 17-16. Then on the road they beat Akron 28-21. Then they lost to Bowling Green 34-18, which that was I'd say 52 points. All right, so then we go over here where Northern Illinois was at number 8. Kentucky barely lost to them 31-23 to early season. They both lost to Ball State, except for Central Michigan lost to them by 1 at home. They played them on the road and lost in double overtime. They both got beat by Toledo here, except for they at least put up some points against Toledo. And then they were on the road and they smacked up Eastern Michigan 39. So that was like 49 points. And then they lost to Ohio here 24-17 here. So the last home game was on the 8th of October. So it's been a while since they played at home. And so, and then, yeah, these guys have played their last, because they didn't even play last week. So it's been a while. Both teams it's been a while. So I want to say that there'll be some points here. So I think I'll stay with that here. I'll stay with that pick here, the over. That's going to be over 57 points here. All right, so let's go look at the other game here. Let's look at this other game that we have here. The Bowling Green here. The Bowling Green in the Western Michigan here. Probably not going to pick none of the college things today. I'm not going to do any of that. Just going to probably pick NBA here. Stick to the NBA here. And Bowling Green, they like to kind of air it out here. They score 20 points, give it 28. They score 25 points, give up 34. So Bowling Green gives up a lot of points here. They definitely get chunked offensively. Bowling Green does it more through the air. And at home, they beat Miami, Ohio 17-13. Then they lost to Buffalo 38-7. But they're coming in, winning 2 games, 17-13, and winning 34-18 here. So that was 50. Yeah, it's 52 points there. They both beat Miami, Ohio, but they beat them on the road here, and then they lost pretty big to San Jose State, and then they beat New Hampshire pretty well. Then got kind of beat bad by. So I mean, they had a low scoring game, but other than that, they've given up points here. They kind of had a defensive. They had a defensive. So I like that. I like the overs here. I like the overs in both of these college games here. I think that suffices for me here. In hockey here, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm gonna mainly probably just stick to maybe the baseball and the two. Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna lean something, I'll probably lean Flyers money line over the Maple Leafs here, and I would give me the Penguins on the goal line here. That's what I would do. I mean, it's just not my favorite leans and not things I would put on I would bet a parlay on right now. So all right, so we got this here. We're taking the money line here minus 105 with the Astros tonight. Like that a lot here. And the college games here. We're taking the overs here. We're taking the over 56.5, and we're taking the over 48, even though it might end up being low scoring here. Might be low scoring for us, but I'm gonna go with that. That's gonna be scoring. They'll be scoring. All right, and that's NBA here. We have the Wizards. We have the Wizards and the 76ers here. I mean, do I feel confident in this game, picking this game? No, I think I'm going to stay away from this game. We got the Hawks and the Knicks. Hawks in the next game. I mean, I think this can go under, but surely these teams could probably both put up 100 points on each other. In the but I'll leave it for the time being. Cavaliers money line, I don't hate it. Kings plus 190. Charlotte. Raptors and the Spurs. Raptors and the Spurs under 220. That's another game too. I don't really much like. Jazz and Mavericks. There must have been a number that. Oh, the -6 changed to 6.5. So, we'll take that one off as well here. We'll take that one off as well here. I'll take off the Grizzlies as well. Take off the Bulls. We'll take the Bulls out of here as well. I like the plus 11.5, but I don't know. I'll keep the Kings. Maybe we just do these 8 here. We'll do this 8 here. No, we'll take off the next one too. I'll just say we'll ride with these ones here. So this is oh. All right, so this is the final parlay that we're basically gonna do here. Not gonna I'm not gonna try to overlook things. I'm just gonna try to pick things that I'm really confident in, and I kind of like, strongly. So, all right. All right, so I guess it changed. All right, so we got today's multi-sport parlay here. Multi-sports parlay here. for 11-2 on my bookie here. We got the Houston Astros money line here, minus 105 here. We're taking the Cleveland. Taking the Cleveland Cavs money line here, plus 102. Taking the Sacramento Kings on the money line here, plus 198. I don't know, maybe somebody's out here. I don't know. We're taking the over 223 points in the Clippers and Rockets game. And we're taking the New Orleans Pelicans not money line, minus 3 on the spread. 10. And then we're taking the over 48 points in Western Michigan and Bowling Green. Minus 110. Then we're taking the over 56.5 points. Central Michigan. And Northern. Northern Illinois is minus 121 now here. They bet it are to cash out here. $148.38 or 35. $148.35 here. That's the new total here. All right. Let's get on to the fantasy news now. And these notes here. First of all, we're going to go to fantasy basketball here because that's the one that's going on right now. Because we can spend as much time as we want to talk about fantasy football while some of the games come on here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm up now. Hell yeah, I'm up right now. Let's go, baby. Let's go. So we got a few guys playing here tonight. We're going to have to get rid of somebody here. Maybe get rid of Denny. Drop Denny here. And then we can bring my... That's okay. It's Kessler. Looks like Kessler is going to be playing today. So let's manage our roster here. We got to activate him here. Done. All right. So point guard. We're going to put Trigger Trey up here. Trigger Trey's up there. All right. Small forward here. Scotty Barnes. All right. Power forward here. Power forward here. On this guy, we can put him. Put him right there. Power forward. We can put Rui. I guess we put Rui there. Right. Power forward here. Alright, so let's see what we can do here is I can put him there. And put Bam by power forward here. And then I can put Rory there. Let's try to think. No, there's nobody else that is that, so this is the only way here, just in case he does play here. We'll only be missing one guy here, which will be Herbert here, so that's all right there. So we're up on our matchup here, 641 to 420 here. The other person got 420. I'm 2-0 in this league here. Let's see about my worldwide ballers. I'm probably getting smacked up in this one though. No, I'm actually winning this one too. I'm actually winning this one too. All right, so we got K here. All right, so we're gonna man. So that way I can get somebody here tonight that we'll be able to substitute here. So I'm gonna put Christian Wood right here. All right, Sexton really hasn't done too much here. There's a small forward here, and we don't really have anybody. All right, so well, they're both playing the same game, so Christian Wood's supposed to play here, but who has more fantasy points here? Yeah, Wood gets a little bit more minutes than he does though, but and then game time decision here. Yeah, so he could sit out again here. Bane could sit out too. So I mean, we don't know right now. I mean, there's and his games later on. So all right, let's try to add a small forward right now here, if we can. Wow. All right. I mean, Andrew Hunter, Marcus Morris.
Is that Fox dude playing tonight? King?
I think so. I don't know. I gotta check. That's what I'm checking right now. mm.
Like, I was thinking about doing it over on here because
Let's take Caleb Martin here. Take Caleb Martin for the night here. That way he gives us. That way he gives me a full roster here. Well, I got a couple guys that are. Bane might not play. Christian Wood's supposed to play. Keldon Johnson's not playing for the Spurs, so I'd fade the fuck out of the Spurs. Wouldn't be taking them.
I was thinking about playing. I don't think I want to pick King's money line though. So I was thinking about the over under. Wouldn't it be?
So yeah. Let's see. Gas here. He was out. I mean, and the Kings beat the Heat here on the 29th here. They beat him by 6 here, and it definitely went over. So I don't know. I think maybe the Heat win here, but you know, it just depends. I mean, it says that De'Aaron Fox he's out, but definitely want to see what kind of news and notes. Because the last game he played, he only had 8 points. So I don't know. Must got hurt here. Status, he's out. It says he's out 1 day ago. So what? Uh, I don't know. It said he was out. He
Maybe go
he
under.
he he said that.
Not pick them.
Well, it said he sat out. He sat out as the first. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I picked the Kings money line. I mean, yeah, but
We
whatever.
don't want to pick the same shit.
But I mean, you could go over under. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean,
Well, 224 was the last between both the teams and the points they put up.
yeah. But if De'Aaron Fox doesn't really, but who knows? I mean, never know. I mean,
Oh, that's why
all right. Let's see, fantasy football here. Let's see what. Let's see, we got our teams here. Let's look at this fantasy football here. Let's look and see we got what we got here. All right, this team, the Joe, I call them West Coast Joe Burrows here. 5-3. We got Joe Burrow. We got Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, T. Higgins, Jalen Waddle, Dawson Knox, Travis Etienne. Dolphins defense, Will Lutz here. So bench we have Jerry Judy,
or maybe you think they cover
Cordell
the spread
Patterson.
since
What?
they have.
Huh. I mean, possibly. Pat Firemouth over here. He's on bye. Got Jimmy Garoppolo on a bye. Khalil Herbert here. Got Isaiah Pacheco. Got Alec Pierce. Obviously, Rashad Bateman injured his foot again, so he's going to be out. So, we look pretty good there. Let's look at anybody in the waiver wire that might be a waiver wire pickup here for anybody in this league that I'm playing with here. So if anybody's got any waiver wire questions, anybody's got any fantasy football questions, please feel free. I mean, I know this week it's the beginning of the week still, and today's waiver wire Wednesday, where everybody's picking. So, we got Gerald Everett out there. I mean, he's still a formidable pick here. We got Curtis Samuel, Deontay Foreman. I mean, he's basically the starting running back of Carolina. Chase Claypool still out here. Enzo Benjamin got released here. Obviously, you got Taysom Hill still available. Sleeper quarterback down here. We got Trevor Lawrence. Kadarius Toney. Is he having? Got Robert Tunyon, sneaky tight end. Evan Ingram. I mean, he might be the guy. Justin Fields here. Justin Fields. Hunter Henry here. Jacksonville defense here. They're going against the Raiders here. So Interesting to say the least here. All right, let's go to the West Coast Bad Boys here. Let's go to our West Coast Bad Boys team here. Michael Thomas. We got the Peoples here. And we got Ricard. We got Ricard White. I'm gonna have to put Ricard White over James Cook right now because, especially since Naeem Hines he's probably gonna take away from James Cook. So we'll sit Cook here unless we think he's gonna get a little more thing. We'll slide in Ricard White as our other flex here. Got I have Romeo Dubes here. He had 16. So that there. We also could slide in Michael Thomas. But otherwise, we have Derek Carr here. Got Sam Ellinger here. I mean, obviously, we can look for see if there's any better options here at quarterback here than Sam Ellinger here. Maybe he just had one bad game. Chalk it up to one bad game, I guess. I mean, we could do it that way. Matthew Stafford here. He has not been the best. Obviously you got Jared Goff here, Jameis Winston, you got Zach, you got Malik Willis here, but he's not going to be playing here. Davis Mills here. No Bailey Zappi, PJ Walker here. So then you got Matthew Stafford here. Yeah, Jared Goff here. It'll be a bit of a payback here. We take Mac Jones here. Yeah, let's take the Mac 10. We take Mac Jones here. Mac Jones seems like he's back in his best days here. So we'll take Mac 10 Jones here. I just seem to think that he's gonna do whatever, but I doubt it here. That way I got, if I don't want Carr in here, I got a serviceable guy in Mac Jones coming back here. Playing against Indianapolis at home. So you saw what he did against the Jets, so I don't really see the Colts putting up much of a fight here and there. Tennessee's defense here. All right, we gotta go look to see. And look to see what kind of defenses we got out here to pick up here. To try to hold us at hold us bay here. Obviously there's Green Bay, you got the Bengals, but obviously these teams took a major hit here. All right, do I take Kansas City here? Kansas City's defense here. Obviously at home against Tennessee here. We'll take a shot here. I think we'll take a shot on Kansas City's defense here against Tennessee here. I think. Give me a 5 o'clock option. The 5 o'clock game here. So. All right, so it looks like we got some good options here. And like I said here, Phil, we got a pretty good team here. We're gonna take a good fighting chance to what we have. Keep Seattle's kicker there. I like him there. All right, we got Tua. We got the Rams defense here. Trevor Lawrence here. Yep. So I think we're good here. I mean, I know we got a lot of the. I like the load share unless there's another fantasy tight end out here that I could that maybe I can snag. That I used the loach because I didn't really know that he was going to be. Um, Evan Ingram. I mean, Evan Ingram. Could be a solid. I mean, do we take Isaiah Likely in the sense that maybe maybe old boy doesn't work out here, and we have a Monday night play? Let's do that here. We'll do that here. Take Isaiah Likely here because I know a lot of people aren't gonna want to snag him up here, and I feel like that's definitely a move to do here because especially before any type of news. All right, so that way we could have a Monday night play here. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna I'll put Isaiah Likely in here now, knowing that maybe, and I know the Saints don't really give up that much to the tight ends here, so that's, but so all right, so that's this team here. Let's go to NFL.com here. We're gonna check that team right quick here. Then we're gonna go to the Eagles here. Rams turned down offers for Akers. Hope running back returns. I don't know. Eagles rookie defensive lineman Jordan Davis ankle placed on IR. All right, so Chase Young's back at practice, and looks like Cordell Patterson is back here, so that's good for me because I brought him back here. Commanders hire Bank of America Securities to explore potential selling team. I mean, I don't know. Well, they got arrested somebody that shot Robinson. They actually caught him. It was a surprise, but good thing they done that. All right, let's see here. We're gonna look at our our team here this week here. All right, we got Lamar here. We got Lamar on Monday night here. We have the Coop Doop here. We got the Coop Boop. We got James Robinson here. Isaiah Pachenko here. Got Tennessee's defense. Well, we're definitely gonna have to go add some players here. Projections, Chuba Hubbard here, huh? All right, Brian Robinson, Kenyon Drake, right here. I mean, obviously. All right, so maybe we. Missed practice Wednesday due to illness here. That here. I mean, Kenyon Drake here. I mean, let's see, Kalen Hiller. Activated for the pup list here. Yeah. Then it's like, well, then, is any one of these other running backs going to, pop off here? You know what I mean? It becomes just, becomes just a crapshoot here as far as the running backs are concerned here. I mean, who would be in line, most to get things anyway, They think, well, the Gus bus here. I mean, I've been picking up Ricard. I've been picking up Ricard as well here. I mean, AJ. It's like AJ Dillon here. I mean, you got James Robinson here. I mean, but still, I don't know how effective James Robinson is going to be, especially in that offense here. So we gotta take what we can. I'd rather take AJ Dillon here and defense here. I mean, obviously Seattle's got the best defense here. Got Miami, we got the Chargers here. hmm I mean, they take the Rams. I just feel like you gotta take a chance sometimes. But I had the Chargers defense here against Atlanta here. I mean, they have Cordell Patterson back here, and it's turf here, so they got a bunch of dudes are gonna get hurt. I take the Vikings defense. Take the Purple People Eaters against Commanders here. I mean, I'm not gonna take New Orleans. I mean, I can take New Orleans against. That'd be me. That's like me going against my quarterback. So Arizona at home against Seattle, maybe. I mean, fuck it. I don't know. I'm just. I gotta figure. I'm gonna figure something out here. I wanna Tennessee Titans here. I mean, they've been okay. I mean, running back wise here. AJ Dillon. Firemouth hasn't really done too much here, so maybe we go look for a tight end here. We have 5 more for the week here. The add and drop here. About kickers here. Mason Crosby here. There's a Butker here. Yeah, let's take Butker here for the Chiefs here. And I got Monday night covered here with Lamar here. So I got my 5 o'clock one already covered here. So yeah, his dad, good squad here. Now we'll see. We'll see how he does. See how he does out here. All right, let's say tight end here. 4 more. Tyler Conklin here. Johnny Munt. Mo Alley Cax. Let's see projections here. Dawson Knox here. Yeah. I mean, Jawan Johnson does get targeted here. Maybe we take him instead of. I mean, that way, just in case we have a Monday night. We have 2 Monday night plays here. I mean, he doesn't get the. But I mean, Pachenko. I mean, I could probably get rid of Pachenko and still be okay if I wanted to, but I like to keep him around here. All right, Chris Godwin here. So really, as far as like wide receivers, I don't. Jake Loudon actually got a catch last time, but all right. So we did that here. CD's nuts. 7-1 here. He's on a 7-game winning. So he went 0-1. So he's got a 7-game winning streak. So I got to knock this number 1 team guy off here. We got Sam Ellinger here. Alright, so we got to get rid of our kicker here. That's the first thing to go bye-bye is the kicker here. Alright, projections here. And Randy Bullock here. Let's get my man Will Lutz. That way we got that way. That way we have. Alright, we got Philadelphia's defense. That's good here. Alright, we got Kyle Pitts here, who hasn't really done shit, really, honestly. Let's be honest. I mean, he finally got it. He finally got a touchdown last game here. They're playing against. They're playing against the. Their 7th, but now they know on Roquan Smith. So. All right, so we got Joe Mixon here. We got Kenneth Walker here. And we got Travis Etienne as a flex here. We got AJ Brown, Stephon Diggs, Sam Ellinger here. I don't know. I think we might have to elevate we might have to elevate our main man, Trevor Lawrence here. I don't know. Let's see. Sometimes I don't like when they optimize the shit here. Because then they just change shit that I don't like. So basically, they just they changed and put Walker at the flex here, and then put that's fine. No biggie, biggie. Ellinger, probably get rid of him. See, yeah, no, that was you got Geno Smith here still available. Oh, no, you know what? We're gonna get our man Fields back here. We're getting our man Justin Fields back. We have Justin Fields here, and we're gonna have Lawrence. We'll have a Lawrence Justin Fields combo here. I mean, other than that, here I think we're pretty good here. We got a lot of players that I'm pretty happy about here. We're not too bad there as far as. In this one we have Sam Ellinger here, but we're gonna. We got Trevor Lawrence here. He's out, so no. So I gotta get Graham now out of there. DeAndre Swift here. I mean, Dawson Knox here. Obviously, gonna take Sam Ellinger out. Yeah, Sam Ellinger. Moon. Yeah. This is what they think. This is what our lineup should look like here. So we got Bateman's hurt. I need to go get a kicker. You have a man Will Lutz over here. Oh yeah, we have Tennessee Titans defense. We'll have to look at the defenses as well here. All right, so this week. I'm 6-2 here. Well, I mean 6-2. I mean shit. That's pretty damn good here. Considering who I have and had I had Sam Ellinger as my fucking quarterback last week. And Sam Ellinger and I had fucking Derek Carr and I still won fantasy, bro. And I had the Tennessee Titans defense. Like, get the fuck out of here, all you people that want to just talk shit all the time and not know what the fuck you're talking about. All right. Oh, we get the Ravens. That's like the Ravens defense. Oh yeah. Against our own guy here. Against our own kicker here. Why not? Why not, right? Why not? Why the hell not, right? Why the hell not, Yeah. Kate Otten here. I mean, I don't know. I mean, is there another, I want to see if there's any. Other tight ends out here. Ooh, do we dare take Taysom Hill, bro? Like, yeah, fuck it. I think we do. I think we still Taysom Hill. We steal him for instead of him because I'm a believer in Taysom Hill. I mean, I've just got Will Lutz here, and then so I got Kamara, and then I got obviously the Ravens defense. So hey, we got Sam Ellinger here. We haven't gave up on Ellinger. We got Trevor Lawrence this week here. I mean, we could take Geno Smith here if we wanted to. Geno, good old Daddy Geno here. Derek Carr's on the waiver wire. Fields, I had Fields and one of them here. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll leave Sam Ellinger in this team here. We'll leave it that way here. Like I said here, we're go to this Yahoo here. Miss Argentina, Miss Puerto Rico, secretly married. Who cares? Kansas coaches. Ooh, Kansas coaches suspended following FBI investigation. Uh-oh. Yeah, we used to know somebody that used to watch the dogs that was in the part of that coaching staff. Oh no. All right, let's look at this. Ooh, Gonzaga moving to the Big 12 here in college basketball. Okay. All right. All right, let's go to our fantasy here. We almost been live for about almost 2 hours here. Like I said, we're closer to game time here as far as fantasy basketball, football. Mostly football right now here. We did our basketball right now, so we're sitting good here. We're sitting good there. All right, let's see. There's no happy ending for Watson's here. Let's see if we got anybody from our. All right, we got Justin Fields here. Looks like we got the Fields man here. We got Caleb Huntley here as well. We got Will Lutz here. We got the Patriots defense. All right, we got some. All right. All right. Devontae Adams is a bit questionable. Okay. Illness. All right. Well, I mean, it's this time of year. Everybody's gonna get the cold. Everybody's gonna feel under the weather. They're not gonna be, you know. All right. So we're pretty good on that front. Let's go with this dash and flash here. Our dash and flash here team that we ended up losing in here. Devontae. All right. Zeke's out here. Mike Williams is out here. So he is going to be active. So we're going to definitely have to get rid of one of the running backs that we have. Obviously. All right. So he's going to be activated. So we might do a swap here. We might end up swapping in. We might end up swapping in Thielen. Derek Carr here. Was a week with limited practice here. So Derek Carr limited so far here in practice here. I'm sure the same thing. Well, actually, Thielen was a full participant, so that's good here. Good news to hear there. Same thing with Jalen Waddle here. So we're all right. So we actually got Philadelphia's defense. All right, we got Randy Bullock. So there we go. So we're ready to rock and roll in this league here. We got to get back here. We got to get back on track here with this team here. We got to get back on track. Yeah, this was my best team in Yahoo. Now my other teams are starting to come up here. So we definitely are. We definitely are. In hopes that Cincinnati's defense. I mean, we think we did pretty well here for the meantime here. So. All right, let's check out some of these. We're gonna do some. Let's do some pick'ems here. Like I said, I'm probably gonna stay away from. These pick'ems here. Chaz McCormick, maybe. Bryce Harper. Marsh actually did the best yesterday, so. I think I'm gonna stay away from 310. Well, we still if I want to put a bit in there as far as player prop for the 76ers of Philadelphia here. I mean, we got Anthony Gill here. I mean, Rory had two steals and a block last game here. So does he have one again today here? Gotta feel like smaller lineup here. James Harden here. Obviously, James Harden today is definitely gonna have to have some points here. Same with Tyrese Maxey here. They both went off here. Cleveland here. I mean, do we have Tatum here? Tatum to get a block here. I mean, he's only had one block here, and probably rather do his points here. He had 32 last time against the against them here. Wouldn't be surprised. And Donovan Mitchell catch for me the one time too. So I mean, then we go look there here. It's a bonus. Keegan Murray, yeah, it doesn't look like I've seen, yeah. So Malik Monk here. Malik Monk might be somebody to target definitely here in DFS fantasy. But yeah, we're gonna keep it short here today. Here, be back tomorrow for Thursday night football here between the Philadelphia Eagles going into Houston here. But right now we're gonna just run down our team lineup right here. Let's see here. we took the Astros money line minus 105. We took the Cleveland Cavaliers money line plus 102. We took Sacramento Kings money line plus 198 here. There's no De'Aaron Fox, so that's going to be a tough one for the Kings to win. The over 223 points between the Clippers and the Rockets. And I took the New Orleans Pelicans minus 3. Took the over 48 points in Western Michigan Bowling Green. I took the over 56 and a half in the Central Michigan and Northern Iowa game. So those are my team bets here. Tomorrow I'll tell you guys about my player bet prop here. Just want to I have to get into a mode here where I got to get really thinking. And people on here probably think I'm in a fucking trance, but it's just because I'm just staring at a computer and I can't. Well, when I'm doing that, I can't really see my camera here. So we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow here with our wonderful, lovely picks in that nature. So. So hopefully today being a hump day, we're in the middle of the week. Hopefully the week's going great. It's going fine. If not, hopefully it will get better. Let's be better, not bitter, people, ladies and gentlemen, and have a wonderful day.